Good morning, it's Sandra from Midwest Charm. It is Halloween today here. This won't be posted until after Halloween, but I am wearing my bats and Shar is in her bumblebee costume. She is painting today a ceramic snowman that we got at Goodwill. We got it for $3.99. It's really cute. She likes doing these when I work on my projects. And since that's what I'm doing today, I thought we'd get it out. You may recall seeing this sleigh and this little tray. We're gonna get these stained today. I'm gonna stain these up. So sorry about the noise. We're gonna get these stained and get a base coat on those. I also have like a plaque as well that we got in a previous trip. And we're gonna make a sign out of this. Yes, we are gonna go trick-or-treating later. You're welcome. Then we're also gonna paint this little nativity set that we got at Goodwill too. So that's what we're doing today. So hang along and watch as we paint a snowman and stain up some items. And the reason I'm staining these is I'm gonna end up painting over them. And when I distress them, I want them to show that color underneath. And I know there's your pumpkin. It's okay if it gets paint on it. I want the paint, when I distress the paint, I want it to wear down to a color and not necessarily oops, I'm knocking stuff over we still have our jack-o'-lanterns on the table. I haven't put them outside yet. But anyways, I want them to distress down to a color. And what I have today is Rust-Oleum's wood stain. It is briar smoke. It's kind of a grayish color. And what I'll do is use a chip brush, brush it on, use one of my brand new rigs here to rub it in and get it all spread out. And as you can tell, someone's super excited about Halloween. She is all about trick-or-treating today. Huh. Yeah. And I do have on the table, I have down a rag to catch any drips and stuff. But I'm gonna be a bat? I'm not gonna be a bat. I'm just wearing my bat shirt today. The bat shirt? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So briar smoke is kind of a gray toned stain. It's got definite gray undertones with just a bit of maybe a grayish. Maybe you would call this grayish. I like using this a lot, actually. This is actually one of my favorites. It's just gives an updated look to maybe an older piece. I'd use it on a lot of dresser tops or buffet tops, especially since I tend to use a lot of the gray tones when painting too. So I do use this color a bit. Oh, his nose is beautiful and orange. What color are you painting his hat?
Black.
Black? Okay.
I did have Frosty the Snowman because they match today, Mom.
Okay.
Do they?
Do they match?
Yeah.
Frosty match with what?
Your apple Frosty?
I don't know if it'll match with that, but it doesn't have to match. You can just do it however you want.
Oh, yeah. But I need blue.
I'm just using a cheap little chip brush. You can get them at any hardware store, Walmart.
Okay.
I use those for stains because I don't care if I have to toss them if I can't get it out. But we'll get this on them today, let them sit, and then come back and paint over it. And again, I'm thinking this will be red. Maybe we'll get some gold and silver going in it. The sleigh is what I'm working on right now. You are a chatterbox today, Charlotte.
Yeah, I say Spider-Man.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Mom.
So everybody's at school today, and
it worked.
Most of my boys dressed up. Josiah did not. He is kind of torn on the whole Halloween thing, I think, and he decided last night that he does want to go trick-or-treating. So they were working on what he could do for a costume, and I think they have it all figured out, but he did not dress up for school. The other boys did, so Noah went as a basketball player. He had on a Michael Jordan Bulls jersey because who else would he wear? He had on, you know, like the compression pants. I was gonna call them tights and my boys would have just been upset with me. He had compression pants on under his shorts because it's a little chilly, and an Under Armour long sleeved on, but he was all decked out. And then tonight for trick-or-treating, we have an Easter basket that's a basketball, and he wants to use that for trick-or-treating because he thinks that'll just complete his costume. What's in there? I don't know. What does it look like's in there?
Is it glow?
It's just paint water.
Oh, paint water? Oh, I see something in there.
You see something in there. Did you drop something?
Oh, no. I just dropped dirt in my cup. So
Yeah.
So it's dirt. It matches the basket.
All right. Finish painting.
Okay.
I'm going to finish doing my pieces.
I haven't finished my pieces too.
I'm not being super precise on this. Again, I'm just doing this as a base to paint over down the road. And this it is an oil base, so this will need to dry fully before we paint over it. There are other stains that you don't need to let them sit for the full entire dry time, but I will leave them get really dry before we attack those with anything. Right. I'm working on the tray next. Again, all these are going to be the same color base.
Where did it go?
Where'd what go?
The white?
I don't know.
Oh, it's right here.
It's hard to see the white when you're painting white, huh?
Yeah, it got brown and black and blue.
Yep.
So
So Samuel decided to dress up as a Visco girl. And if you don't know what that is, Google, because I had to. And then I had my, how old is Rachel? Had my 18-year-old explaining it to me, and I still don't fully understand it, but it's okay. He had on a big oversized hoodie, and he has longer hair on top, so he had that all French braided off to the side. And then he had scrunchies galore, and I know his buddies were bringing some more, but his whole little group was dressing up as Visco girls, so whatever. I don't care. They were having fun. Augie dressed up as Chance the Rapper. He absolutely loves Chance. He had gotten birthday tickets to Chance, and then he actually had to cancel for our area, which is a total bummer because, oh man, that would have been awesome. But he was all decked out like Chance the Rapper today, which I thought was amazing. I will probably post pictures up on my Instagram, and you can see them all. And then Charlotte, what are you going to be for trick-or-treating tonight? What's your costume? What are you going to be?
A bee!
A bee! Charlotte is a bumblebee for Halloween, and she is very, very excited to go trick-or-treating. She may or may not have been in her costume at 6:20 this morning, ready to go, and didn't understand why we had to wait for everybody to be home from school. So we have that. And remove these and get this drying. What do you love? You love that pumpkin? That one is Noah's pumpkin that he carved.
Yeah, I want my pumpkin.
Yeah.
It's mine.
And as you can see, I do wear gloves when I do staining. This stuff is so gross to get off of your hands. And honestly, I don't like cleaning it off of my hands. It's so gross. It looks nasty and disgusting, and it's the worst, the absolute worst to clean up. So I typically wear gloves. Sometimes, yes, they do break and I get bleed through anyways, but I figure with using a brush today and not just a cloth, if I'm doing a tabletop, I will just dip a bit of this in and rub it on and pull all the excess off. And I don't do that when I am doing it just as an undercoat for pieces. So now I'm working on this. Well, I'm gonna make it into a sign. It looks like a plaque. And I'm gonna Get this whipped through quick, and then we'll start up that little nativity. And then that will be it for today, and we'll continue this video hopefully over the weekend. I'll get it all finished up. We do plan to put out some holiday decor this weekend, so we've got to get that going. I did, if you watched my super quick and easy DIY for a holiday decoration, I did another one. So it's just taking a lantern, an old lantern. I got mine either at yard sales or thrifted or pretty cheap. Yes, you did. And I just filled it up with glass balls or the shatterproof decorator balls. This one has blue, like a nice darker blue and silver. And I have 2 different sizes of them in there. Sorry about that. I ended up getting a phone call that came in. I'm still painting, or actually staining, this wood plaque into, and I'll hold this up when I'm done so you can get an entirety of what this color looks like. Now, when I do this on a top of a dresser, again, I don't use a brush. I would use, I had to take my glove off. Let me put that back on. I would use a rag, and I just buy the rolls or bags of rags from Menards, Home Depot, whichever store you have by you, because they all have them. I dip a little bit in, and then I'd rub it off. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty true to color right there. If I were doing a dresser top, I would actually go back in and rub off all the excess so that the wood grain pops through a little bit more. I'm gonna show you in a sec. And then you can see the wood grain a little bit better. I have terrible lighting in here today. I'm not sure why. So that's that. So we've got 3 pieces stained up here, and it's only been a few minutes. It's a really quick and easy way to add some dimension to whatever you're working on. Let me get this stain covered up quick. Move that brush and move all that out of the way. All right, I'm gonna fold up the workspace I'm working on, pull off my gloves. All right, so I had bought this nativity set. It's just a cheapy one to begin with. Grab one of my new brushes. It's a cheap little nativity set that we bought at Goodwill on 75% off day. I think it was marked $3.99, and we got it for 75% off, so I got it for $1. And my plan was, it's just a little children's set, and my plan was to take this and paint it and then distress it back to the colors underneath, just to give it a little bit different look. We've got our wise men and Mary and Joseph. Oh, and everything's working perfectly. Yeah, aren't they cute? These are the 3 kings. It is really adorable, but this was what I had bought it for, and with the intentions of painting it, knowing I was going to paint it. It's really goopy. I mean, it's brand new. I don't think the people ever used it, but it is a baby. That's baby Jesus. Can you finish painting your snowman while I'm working? Yeah. All right, let's see if I can get this open today, and I did.
Do you need help?
Nope, I got it. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mom, but I don't want to get wet on my costume.
Okay. So, just putting a teeny tiny bit on there, and then we're just gonna go in and get this all painted over. And I'm just gonna do this with all the pieces. They will probably all get 2 coats, and then I'll go back in and wet distress. And what that means is I'll just take a really lightly damp rig and rub back over it, and it'll highlight all the raised spots and leave all the deeper spots with the paint still in it, and just kind of give it some dimension and a little bit different look, since I wasn't too, I mean, this is cute, but this is not what I had wanted. And I do like having non-fancy things out because we do have a little. And she does like to play with our decorations. For Halloween, she got her own pumpkins that she could play with from Target. They were the really super cute sequin ones that if you rub them, they change color. So they got like a two-tone.
Mom, watch this.
They were super cute, and they were $1, and she loved them, and she knew she wasn't going to get in trouble if she played with them, and the other kids knew that she could play with them, and I wasn't going to get upset. So it was decor that she could play with, and that's a he'll go with this. I just want to get some stuff out that kind of will go with anything decor-wise, and put this back. We have like a bay window, and this set will go up in the bay window for her, which is where her pumpkins are right now. And then she can play with them. The pumpkins end up all over. They end up in her room even. But she likes to play with them, and she likes to, you know, move them around and stuff. And I'm okay with that. So that's why we bought this. And we're just going to get it all painted up to go with. It smells like strawberries.
Yeah, it did.
I did not buy any strawberries.
Yeah, it does smell like strawberries. See? Mom, you gotta smell this.
Oh, I'm not smelling the paint.
Why? It's strawberries.
It's just craft paint, Lovey.
Craft paint?
Craft paint, yep.
It's not yummy. It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
So just getting these. I'll give you a quick shot of these before I shut off the... I'm just going in and painting them. Just a generous little coat of white. I don't want drips, obviously, so I'm not getting it too wet when I go into paint, but just enough to cover up all the color. And I haven't decided what I'm going to put in the window with this yet. Lights of some sort. Last year, I think we had just moved. And before we moved, we had moved across country. I'm not sure who all knows that, but we moved across country. And we had gotten rid of a lot of our stuff, and so we usually go all out for Christmas, and we were just dealing with what we had. And I think we just had some little Christmas trees in the window last year with some lights, and it wasn't too much. So this year we'll get this little nativity set up there. I'm not sure if we're gonna do lights up there or what. I'm totally painting, not in screen, I'm sorry. Just seriously giving it a real light coat. Like I said, I'll let this dry. I'll probably give it a second coat and then distress it. And I'll do a video when I come back and finish this up. We'll get a video done on it so you can see that part as well. And I just have this down on the table right now because I'm trying to get the front, and my hands are already covered in paint, but I have to just have a little bit more control right now so I can get the parts I missed and then touch them back up. They're super cute. Super cute. What do you think? Yeah. You gonna like these ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is cute.
Yours is cute too. Yes. Your snowman is adorable.
Too.
Yes.
I go to it.
You like it?
Yeah, I go to it.
What are you gonna win?
I go to win my snowman. Haha, I didn't lose you. I didn't lose you, Mom.
You're gonna lose?
No,
I'm gonna lose. Oh. Are we having a contest? A painting contest?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm just kind of dabbing all this paint in.
I got finish. Got finish, Mom.
And I'm just gonna go back over and touch up where my fingers were here. Oh, this one has bad finger marks. Oopsies.
I get the way off the hat with.
And then I see a spot I missed.
Country dummy. Okay.
Cool. So, you guys will have to post below what your plans for Halloween are.
Mom.
My kids wanted me to dress up. I totally probably won't. I do have some really cute Halloween leggings I may change into, and just wear those. But I don't really plan on dressing up. Then we're gonna come back. We're having baked pasta for dinner. We'll come back and have some pasta and watch It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, because I did record that, and it is a tradition in our family that every year we watch It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and we drink hot cocoa. So we will do that after, and then we bought stuff to do, carameled apples, and it's just been kind of a crazy week. I don't know if any of you follow me on Facebook, but we have a kiddo who has some health issues, Josiah, and he's had a lot of appointments and stuff lately. No, he's not. He's at school, silly goose.
I forgot that.
You forgot that.
I get away, you. I get away.
Okay. So we just haven't had time. We just plain old haven't had time. So we figured it's a fall thing anyways. It doesn't have to be done tonight, but I think we're going to do those tonight because the girls don't work tonight and they really wanted to be part of doing the carameled apples. So I think we'll do that after dinner and get that done. And then they have those to eat tonight too. And I'm working on this last little shepherd boy here. He's got lots of hair. Holy moly. Get him all painted up. You win. Oh my gosh, his scarf is adorable, Charlotte. I'll give you guys all a look at her painting as well.
Oh, I get away.
No, 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 no. Just paint. Nobody's going to win and no one's going to lose.
Yeah, you're going to win.
No way. Why are you being rude?
Because you're going to lose.
You're goofy.
You're going to win.
All right, so I have this last little shepherd boy just about done. I'm going to move him over to where I have these babies drying. And when I turn this around, you will see I do indeed have a jack-o'-lanterns on my table still.
I win.
Let me pop the paint back on this.
Okay, let's do it one more
All
time.
right, so again, we did 3 pieces. We did my fingers are full of paint, so let me be careful grabbing that. We did our slate. We did our tray. And then I got paint splatters on the tray. Not a big deal, because that's the color I'm going to paint it anyways. And then I did the sign.
Well,
so those will all dry again. They are, they are oil-based, so they do need to dry probably a good 48 hours before I go ahead and do anything with those. And then I'll probably just do the second coat on this little ceramic nativity. We'll get that done. And then, Shar, do you want to show them your pumpkin or your snowman?
Yeah.
Isn't he cute? She's doing such a good job on that. So she'll finish up hers too. Show it one more time. One more time. Yay. All right. Well, that's all I have today for you. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And in the meantime, have a good one. Bye.